All right, I want to give everybody a really good overview of what this VBS week is going to look like. There are a lot of moving parts, there are a lot of different pieces, and so the clearer picture that all of our volunteers have coming into the week, the better prepped we'll be to make sure that it runs smoothly. So, our VBS is structured so that our kids rotate through stations throughout the time that they're there with us. We have 5 different actual stations. The first is going to be games. This is where we do gross motor activities. We're playing outside. The second is crafts, pretty self-explanatory, hands-on art activities. The third is story and lesson. This is where our volunteers will make the story come to life. They'll get kids more involved in it, they'll talk about it more in depth, and they'll really get hands-on with the story that we talked about. The next one is our play station, not the game console, but a place where we play. And so it will be a station where kids do fun, play-based activities that have to do with our lessons. And then we have snack. And in addition to those 5 different stations, we will also start each and every day in the sanctuary. So this means that our kids will be grouped roughly by ages. There may be some kids that move to a different group kind of based on ability, but we'll have our kids grouped into 5 different groups based on their age. Each of those groups will have 2 group guides. The group guides are going to be the people who spend the whole time with our kids. They're going to be the ones who get to know them, who talk to them, who answer questions about God, who build a connection with them, and who move with them from station to station. Then we have station leaders. Our station leaders are going to be the people who lead the different stations and who really help teach the concepts and help the kids connect to what it means that we talked about in the sanctuary that has to do with the Bible story. What does all this mean together? How do we make it connect? Kids learn better when 2 things are combined. When we can combine things that we're hearing, lessons that we're learning, with things that we're doing with our hands, with our bodies, it helps them build a better bridge between what they're hearing and actually retaining it and remembering it. So that's our goal at each different station. How can we really help them connect with it? How can we help them remember it? So that's what our station leaders will do. Now, when our kids arrive for the first time on Monday, they'll stop at our registration desk, get their name tag, and find out what group they're in. Then they and their parents will go into the sanctuary to find the section where their group and their group guides are sitting. The parent will drop their kiddo off, and then they will sign their name on the sign-in sheet showing that they dropped the kiddos off. They'll get a pickup tag as they leave, and then the parents will head. All of the kids will stay gathered with their group guides in their designated section in the sanctuary. As we have drop-off time happening, we have different little activities that the kids can play in that area. We have some puzzles, we have some Legos, we have kind of some fidget toys, things to keep them entertained. This is also a great time for the guides to connect with them, to get to know them, to learn their names. Then, as we're getting close to starting, we're going to have a 5-minute countdown timer. That 5-minute timer is a great indicator to have everybody start cleaning up and get ready. So once that 5-minute timer ends, a video will play. That video is going to be kind of our kickoff intro into what's happening. For 4 of the days, the video will be the same. On one of the days, the video is a little bit different, but that video will happen. And then from there, we move into our puppet script. So it's going to be me on stage with the puppets talking to the kids. Then we'll go into our songs. The first 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, we're going to do song instructions. So it will be me and Peggy up on the stage doing song instructions, teaching it to the kids. We want them to really remember it. We want them to actually know what the songs are so that they can do it with us each week and so that they go home singing them. So we'll teach them those songs on Monday and Tuesday, and each of the days we'll actually do the whole song together and sing it with the music as well. Then we'll go back into some puppet time, and then from there, we'll have a lesson video. The lesson video is going to set us up for what we're learning that day and what we're talking about. We'll have a closeout with me and the puppets, and then we will release everybody to their stations. Each group has a specific station rotation that they're going to rotate through each day. All of our groups will move in a circle together as we move from station to station. We're doing this on purpose to make sure that our groups don't cross each other. As we're moving, we don't want one group to cross with another group because we have a better chance of getting kids mixed up. So for example, let's say group 1, the seahorses. They start in the preschool classroom. Their next station would then be the youth room. Their station after that would be snack in the lobby. Their station after that would be games on the front grass. And then their station after that would be crafts on the patio. And then they would come back into the sanctuary from there. So we'll have one guide in the front of the line, one guide in the back of the line, and we move as a line in a circle to our next station. The kids will rotate from station to station, and our goal at the stations is to elaborate, connect with them. We want the kids to learn about Jesus. We want the kids to understand who is God, who's Jesus, how are they connected to each other, what does that mean to me? So we want to really elaborate on what the stories are, what they talked about, what does that mean, how does that connect to my personal life, what does it mean to know Jesus? So we want to answer their questions. We're talking to them, we're answering questions, we're elaborating on the thought, and we're helping them do something to help retain through using their hands and their bodies and the motion that they're doing as well. So once they are done with their stations, everybody will come back into the sanctuary. Parents can only pick up from the sanctuary. So even if you're walking back and we see a parent walking in from the parking lot, parents cannot pick up from the parking lot. They'll pick up from the sanctuary. So every day we will end in the sanctuary except for Friday, because Friday has a little bit of a different structure. Friday is our parent open house. So the goal is to get parents to come back in and spend time with us. So as parents come in, they'll take their kids and themselves to their kids group area. That's where they're gonna sit, just so we can do a little bit better connection with them, so our group guides can connect with the parents who come. We will do a puppet skit and the songs in the sanctuary, and then parents and kids will be released to do what they please. If they choose to leave, that's fine. But we have a special snack for that day. We'll have activities at our game station. We'll have a craft at our art station, and our play station will be open. So that's more of a free-flowing environment. But we may have kids whose parents choose to not come for that hour. So our group guides will still be available for any of our kids whose parents don't come to help them rotate through some of those stations together. Hopefully we'll have almost every parent, if not every parent, stay, but they might not. So that's why Friday will look a little bit different. I'm gonna give you a couple more videos that will involve what we're doing for safety, what we can do to help with behavior, and what our check-in and check-out procedures are gonna look like as well.